So hey y'all, Lucblendz here. Just gonna do an unboxing and review of the Gamma X Ergos. So let's get started here. So first, when we bring it out the box, can y'all see that? Got the X Gammas, we got the clipper here. Let's see if I can take this guy out. I'm excited for this one. This guy right here. Well, that's quiet. Turn it on. That's real quiet. Oh, I'm excited for these. But I don't like the clicky lever. I like the fluid, so I'm gonna put the stretch bracket on this. But then I might try on with the clicky, see what I like best. And then we got the other faces, the gold paint. Let's see if I can get these guys out. Rose gold. I think I'm gonna just keep it with the silver one. And then we got the gold. Gamma's been killing it as they got their charging stand. These are so useful. Okay, now let's see what's inside the box. We got the magnetic guards. I'm not too sure what they go up to. Let me check. Just open these bad boys. I think it's probably to like an 6 maybe. Let's see what it is. Doesn't go to an 8. But these are double magnetic and 1.5. 1, 3, 6. Yeah, I think it's a 6. I think that's the highest it goes. Ah. 4. Yeah, 6. So I got going from the 0, which would also be a half guard for if you're using wall, to all the way to a 6. Also comes with the stretch bracket and other levers that you like to use, want to change up the color, all that stuff. Pretty dope. Some clipper oil. Yeah, stretch bracket. I'm gonna put that on pretty soon. I got my boy Jerome coming here for a cut. And then I'll probably put that with this video. And yeah, let's see if I can grab y'all and I'll show you more of the box itself. So here we go. So here's the box itself. So kind of messy. I kind of just open things up pretty quickly. But here's the clipper, another sound check here. That's pretty nice. And I don't think, no, it's not zero gapped at all. But yeah, I'm a zero gap that, get that stretch bracket on. Yeah. And it also comes with tools, instructions, some other face guards or face plates or whatever. Yeah. But this is just some station stuff or some clippers I brought from the shop. As I'm doing a home cut today, got the Babyliss Seniors, Magic Clips, all faithful right here. I got these not too long ago, but I'm still trying them out. I don't like them too much. They're good for debulking, but not too much for my preference for fading. And got these ones for my hitters, and then another all faithful slim lines. Ooh, these take up bulk real nice. And yeah, I'll catch y'all when I get my cut. I'll do the review on that. And dope, catch y'all soon. So just to start the cut, getting that bald line with my Slimline Pros. We're doing a low fade with a little drop at the back. I do come back to the sideburn as I did go a bit too low with that drop. But there's my sister just popping in saying hi. So I get over to the other side just to finish off that bald line, get it nice and even. And then I'm just clearing out that bulk at the bottom. There you go. Go with the other side just to make it even. And then we go with my 3 guard. I believe this is close, just to debulk, making sure that I have enough hair taken off, so it's easier that I can just see where I'm cutting later on. And I'm using the comb just to take it down, just to make sure that all the hair is laid down. On his right side, right over here, I have to go on a different angle just because that's just the pattern that it grows. Just make it nice and even. Now we're going to start off with my first guideline over here, which is the lever open. And so this is going to be roughly about that 0.5. So I'm just setting that all the way around the head. And I'm just setting the guideline just roughly about 1/2 inch over here. So same thing with this side over here. It did seem like it was pretty good, but I'd have to go over it a couple of times just to make sure that with that hair pattern. So with that, I'm just closing the lever halfway, and then after that, I'm just gonna close it. Just overall, this clipper seems like it's pretty good. It does have the taper blade on it, which I wish I had the fade blade or even the vapor blade, just so it's a lot easier just to take out that bold line. But for him, it seemed pretty easy, but I know that like somewhere else would be pretty difficult. But here I have the 1.5. I'm just gonna open it just to blend it in with that 3 that I did earlier. And then I believe later on I'm just gonna be closing it halfway and then closing it fully, just so that I can blend it later on. So moving on to his right side right over here. When I do hit that 1.5, he does have an indent on that right side, so I just gotta be careful that I don't dig in too much where that pattern grows diagonally, and just gotta keep on brushing it down. So next, I believe this is where I am halfway closing the lever and just having that lever play going to closing that lever after, just so that I can make it softer, so later on when I use like say the 1/2 guard and the 1 guard, it'll be a lot easier just to blend out. So just towards the back area over here, I just gotta make sure that I do flick out, because if I do dig in, I'm gonna make it seem like his occipital bone is just protruding or just sticking out of that sorts. And same thing with the indent, because I want to make sure I make that square shape. Don't want to make it seem like more of a circle of that sorts, or I'll have to fix it later on. So right here, I'm still just adjusting with that 1.5, using the brush just to lay down the hair, make it a lot easier. So here I got the 0 guard, which is also the 1/2 guard with the lever open. I'm just going to be going in and just flicking out, just making sure I don't put any harsh lines, because later on I believe I'm going to be using the 1. So here, just closing the lever halfway, just so I can blend it out. It looks pretty good right now, I was pretty satisfied actually with how the blend was coming along, because it didn't seem too hard. I didn't have to detail too much later on. Yeah. So moving on to this right side, I did have to do a lot more corner work just because I didn't want to make too much of an indent on this side. His right side did have a bit more space to work with compared to his left, and so there you can see a bit of his occipital bone, but if you look at it from the side, it doesn't stick out of that sorts. But yeah, so detailing with that, I believe this is the 1/2 guard. So we're moving on to that 1 guard. I'm gonna have the lever open, and then I'm just gonna be blending in the rest over here. I'm gonna be using a lot more lever play, so having it halfway, then close just throughout the head, just to make sure that that blend comes out nice and blurry. Yeah, so this 1 guard, I usually just use it for detailing, as I can just taking out most of the dark spots with that lever open. I do close it later on, and then I believe I go to the 1/2. But yeah, I usually mostly use it for detailing that sorts. Oh yeah, so right here, I'm mostly using my corner work, as it is more of a darker area on that right side, where that indent is. And then just using that corner just to help it out, lighten it up. And then we actually took a little boba break. Shout out to Kirill for getting that for us. Yeah, as it took quite a bit just to finish off all this stuff, as this is my first time just shooting a video at the same time I'm doing a cut tutorial. And yeah, so yeah, we got this. I believe this is the one guard still, and I'm just mostly doing lever play. So I believe this is halfway, and I'm just closing it too with the 1.5, I believe. So here I got the half guard, and I'm just trying to take out just the bottom line that connecting with the lever open and then with the half guard closed. Just using my corners, trying to dig in. I did have some troubles trying to do this, but I do switch the guard later on. So I do have the half guard on, and I'm doing some detailing work right over here with the corners, but it just wasn't taking it out. So I actually switched to my wall half guard, as it didn't seem like it was doing the job with the other half guard. So I did more detailing with this guy here just to finish it off, and I actually do switch to my magic clips just for that bald line, as they couldn't get it quite zero gaps for the Ergos, but still amazing. I was really happy with how they actually was cutting. Nothing was snagging of that sorts. But yeah, I just these magic clips, amazing. So yeah, so moving on to the top of the hair, just getting the hair nice and wet. I do tend to wet the hair a bit more than actually needed, but I'm laying it down and just getting my sections. His cowlick, I'm just putting it, it's more on the left side, so just the hair pattern, I'm just cutting it to there, just taking a bit off, maybe like say a centimeter or two. And just making sure my sections are nice. Later on, I do pinpoint cut just to get a bit more texture, as he is putting his hair to the front. So just putting it to the side just to make sure I can get that hair nice and squared. And just connecting those sides all the way to the front. So next I'm using clipper over comb. I actually just got these, this is the YS Park fade comb. I'm not too sure which number it is, but yeah, I just recently got it, so I was really happy with this too. The ones that I've been using is actually the Andis ones, and that one's just too flop for me. But yeah, so now I'm going in with my blending shears just to take out some more of the dark spots, and just to make sure that after my clipper of comb it doesn't look too sharp, just to make it more blended. So now I'm coming in, just pinpoint cutting the hair just to get more texture, as we did cut off just a bit more, as it was a bit longer than we wanted. And then just going on to that C cup, just keeping it a bit more natural, as he already basically had a C cup, just taking off the little hairs. Using my Bablis with these guys. Then after that, we're going to be moving on just mostly his corners and taking off a bit of the baby hairs. I don't stray razor, as my client didn't want to, but yeah, so we're going to be putting in that corners, and we're going to be laying the hair forward. So I do use some product, which is the level 3 powder. Just been working with that recently. It's been pretty nice, keeping it nice and natural, getting that texture in. And here's the cut. Yeah, so overall I really mess with this clipper. Nothing really bad to say right now, but I'll do a review later on. If you mess with the cut, if you're in the Surrey area, come hit me up. IG will be below, and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.